Hello class, we will begin with the new chapter 8th one, correspondence with the depositors. Let us start with the introduction part. Deposit is a short-term source of finance of the company and it is used in order to satisfy the short-term working capital need of the company. So we can say you all have the knowledge related to the concept called deposit because we have did this particular concept in the chapter number 5 and also we have learned some of its concept in chapter number 2, so we know very well. So we can say that deposit is a short term capital which is provided by the investor to the company, and this short term capital is been needed in order to meet the working capital requirement of the company. The company cannot accept the deposit for a period of less than 6 months and a maximum 36 months. So the time duration for which the company can accept the deposit is minimum 6 months and the maximum duration is 36 months. Company is liable to pay the regular interest on the deposit at a fixed rate along with the principal amount on maturity. So the company is liable to pay the regular interest on the deposits along with the principal amount at the time of maturity. The company secretary should do. Now, company secretary has to conduct the correspondence with the depositors regarding acceptance of deposit, payment of interest of deposit, renewal of deposit, repayment of deposit. So there are certain situations and instances which could happen and occur, and on basis of which the company secretary need to write a letter to the investors of the depositors, sometimes like accepting the deposit, payment of interest on deposit, renewal of deposit, and repayment of deposit, and so on. So many times situations occurs, and accordingly the company secretary need to write a letter. Secretary conducts such correspondence on behalf of the company and also as per the instruction of the board of directors. So company secretary will write a letter on behalf of the company and on the standing instructions of the board of directors of the company. The secretary should be very careful and cautious while corresponding with the depositors of the company. There are certain things which the company need to take into the consideration while writing a letter to the depositors of the company. Here below there are certain precautions has been given over here. Let us see one by one. First one is a legal provision. The secretary should ensure that provision relating to the invitation, acceptance of deposit, repayment of deposit are duly complied with the companies while corresponding with the depositors. Secretary should observe all the legal provisions. So there are many legal provisions are there, rules and regulations are there. There are many institutions like SEBI is there, stock exchanges is there, we can say Reserve Bank of India is there, registrar of companies will also there. So many institutions are there who will give their rules and regulations, and many provisions are there, and accordingly the company secretary need to observe each and every rules and regulations and provision, and then the company secretary should write a letter to the investors of the depositors in the company. The second one is a courtesy. Polite replies are essential while writing a letter to the depositors. Rude words should be strictly avoided. So here courtesy means the word should be very polite in nature. It should not hurt any sentiments, and each and everything should be very we can say very smoother and simpler in the manner, and rude words should be avoided while corresponding with the depositors. Third one is a prompt reply. Secretary should give prompt reply to the queries and complaints of the depositors without any delay. So whenever the depositors have any queries, any complaints, any doubt regarding anything related to their investment in the company, then company secretary need to immediately write a letter in order to sort out their problems and grievances. Then fourth one is an accuracy. Letter written to the depositor should be accurate and precise. Factual and correct information should be provided to them. So the data that is needed uh, for the by the investors related to their investment in the company, all those data, all those information need to be accurate, that need to be precise, that need to be factual and correct, and accordingly the things should be written and provided in the letter. Image and goodwill. While writing the letter, the secretary has to maintain the goodwill of the company. So whenever the company secretary is corresponding on behalf of the company, then he have to take it into the consideration the image of the company, and accordingly that should be maintained in the minds of the investor. Then U attitude. The letter should be written from the depositor's point of view after taking into consideration the requirement of the depositor. So it is very important and necessary for the company secretary to place himself in the place of a investor and accordingly think of his problem and provide the solution, and that will make him to provide the redressal, provide the solution in a more accurate manner, which could be very helpful for the investors. Okay. The seventh one is a conciseness. The letter should be very concise, that is short, brief, and to the point. Irrelevant knowledge, information, facts should not be there. Unnecessary and irrelevant information should be avoided. Then maximum secrecy. It is necessary to maintain the maximum secrecy as regard to the secretarial correspondence with the depositor. The information that you are mentioning, the company secretary is mentioning in the letter, that is very secret, and accordingly all the confidential matters should be placed in a proper way, in a proper manner, and accordingly secrecy should be maintained while corresponding with the company's depositors. So this is the thing, points which the company secretary need to bear in his or her mind. The next one is the circumstances, that is the situation under which the company have to write a letter. Normally there are four situations are there. The first one is thanking depositors for depositing the amount and showing the faith in the company. So when the company accepting the deposit, at that time you have to write a letter. The second one is an intimation about the payment of interest. So the company secretary have to write a letter if he is paying the interest to the depositors. First is interest warrant, when the payment of an interest is done in a through interest warrant at that time. And the second one is an electronic payment of interest. Nowadays the ECS method can be used by the company, and accordingly we can say funds can be directly transferred to any account. For third one is a letter informing about the renewal of deposit. So if there is a renewal of deposit is being done by the company, then such intimation should be done to the investor, and accordingly the renewal should be made by the company. Fourth one is an informing depositors about the repayment of deposit on maturity. So if the deposit is there at mature date, then intimation should be done before the maturity date occur, and accordingly the amount should be repaid along with the interest to the depositor. So this is the four instances in the situation where the company secretary have to write the letter. Let us start with the letter. The first one, the specimen one, that is thanking depositors for depositing amount to the company. So this letter has been written by the company in order to thanking the investors for showing the faith and the confidence and investing certain amount in the form of deposit, where the company is liable to pay the amount of deposit along with the interest at the time of maturity. Here you are very much familiar with the we can say the format of the letter. The first one should be the name of the company, that should be in the bold and the capital letter. Then registered address, CI number. Then on the we can say left hand side phone number, fax number, right hand side website, email ID, reference number, fax number, reference number, date, to whom the letter has to be written. This particular thing should be there, like Shrangadhar Naik is a person, then the address, and after that the subject should be there, thanking depositors for fixed deposit. Thanking depositors for the fixed deposit. Let us start with the content part. Dear sir, this is the salutation part. We are in receipt of your application dated on 5th of April 2019 for investment of 1 lakh in the fixed deposit as per the terms and conditions stated in the advertisement for a period of 2 years. So the company secretary is reminding, in the first paragraph, the company secretary is reminding the investor about the application that he did on 5th of April and amount that he wanted to deposit for the total duration as per the terms and conditions that has been mentioned in the advertisement. We are thankful to you for the initiative and trust that you have shown in the depositing a substantial amount in our company. So he is very thankful regarding the trust that he has shown in the company about the investment of deposit, and then the entire detail related to their investment has been shown in the concerned columns. First one is a fixed deposit receipt. So according to this, there should be a receipt issued by the company, and that particular receipt should have a receipt number. So the receipt number is 678. Amount of deposit is 1 lakh of rupees. Period of deposit is up to 2 years. The rate of interest is 12.5. That is the maximum rate of interest that the company can offer to the investor. Then the bank detail, name of the bank is the Citibank. Then the account number 22222040 is the account number. The board of directors of our company express its gratitude for depositing money in our company. So accordingly, we assure you of our best service and thank you for confidence shown in the company. Thanking you, yours faithfully, Guru Industries Limited, and the signature done by that particular person related to the sorry for the problem. Then this is the board of directors of the company express its gratitude for depositing the money in a company. We assure the best of our service and thanking you for the confidence shown in the company. Thanking you, yours faithfully, the signature done by the company secretary. Along with this particular letter, there is an enclosure given, that is a fixed deposit receipt is enclosed along with this letter. And the deposit receipt is also been mentioned over here, 678. So that is, the enclosure is there at the bottom of this particular letter, and this is how the letter should be written, and that should be done by the company secretary on behalf of board of directors, and accordingly the data need to be mentioned over here. Accordingly the data should be mentioned over here. So this is one thing. The second one is the payment of interest. There are two methods through which the payment of interest could be done. First one is in payment of interest through the interest warrant. The second one is through an electronic system. So familiar with the letter part. Let us start with the subject and then with the content. Then the payment of interest on fixed deposit. Dear Madam, I am instructed by the board of directors to inform you that interest at the rate 10% on your fixed deposit approved by the board has become due. So here the company secretary is reminding the particular person that 10% rate of interest that has been there on the fixed deposit is approved by the board of directors, that has become due now, and we are enclosing here with the interest warrant, that is 3345, dated on 25th of July 2019, drawn on Axis Bank Borivali branch for rupees 2500. So here he is making sure that he has enclosed along with this particular letter the interest warrant, which was the interest warrant number is also there, 3345, which is dated on 25th of July 2019 and drawn on Axis Bank Borivali branch. So he can take this interest warrant and he can go to the Borivali branch Axis Bank and he can withdraw the 2500 amount that is due on his deposits. Your company has compiled all the provisions regarding the payment of interest on deposit. The details of a fixed deposit and interest payable on deposits are given below. So accordingly, all the relevant data related to the interest have been shown over here. The first one is an interest warrant number, that is 3345. Fixed deposit receipt number 2032 is the total fixed deposit receipt number. Deposit amount is 25,000. Rate of interest on 25,000, 10%. That comes to gross amount is 2,500. Then TDS 10% is applicable, and on such amount there is no TDS, then nil is been written over here, and the net amount is 2,500. So here the total data, relevant data need to be given over here, in this particular letter. Interest warrant is enclosed herewith. Please detach the interest warrant along with the performed line. So, thanking you. And the last at the bottom, enclosure of interest warrant has been done over here, and if a person can detach the interest warrant, he can go to the Borivali branch at the Axis Bank. He can claim 2,500 rupees as the interest on that particular deposit that he did in the company, and accordingly the amount will be given to him by the company, by the branch, by that particular branch. This is how the interest can be claimed. And the second one, we can say interest is done through the payment of ECS or through NEFT. So this is the method also is there. Accordingly the letter has been written over here. The first one, let us see. Dear sir, dear madam, I am instructed by the board of directors to convey you that the board has passed a resolution in the board meeting held on 12th of March 2019. So if you see the introduction part of the previous letter and this letter, there is something different. So here accordingly the thing is been written over here. I am instructed by the board of directors to convey to you that board of has passed a resolution in the board meeting held on 12th of March 2019 to pay the 10% deposit on the year ending 31st of March. So 10% is the interest of deposit that is been decided by the company secretary in that board meeting, and accordingly the bifurcation of the data has been given over here. Your company has compiled all the provisions related to the payment of interest on deposit, and accordingly the data is given. Fixed deposit number 2032, deposit amount is 25,000, 10% rate of interest, gross amount comes to 25%, 2,500, TDS applicable is nil, and the net amount is 2,500. Interest will be payable by electronic transfer DCS/NEFT, that is by crediting the said amount to your bank account as per the detail provided by you to the company. So whatever the detail you have provided to the company, accordingly the amount will be transferred in your account. And if you see in this letter, there is no enclosure is there. So accordingly the data is been shown and reflected over here, and amount will be transferred to that particular amount. So this is the letter through which you can convey the message to the investor related to the payment of interest. Let us see the third one, that is the renewal of deposit after a maturity period. If the company have decided to renew, and if this exercise done by the investor related to the renewal of deposit, then the said amount can be renewed again for 2 years or 1 year as per the instruction of the depositors to the company. Let us start with the subject part, that is renewal of fixed deposit. Dear madam, we are hereby acknowledge the receipt of your application for renewal of deposit of 1 lakh for a further period of 2 years. So this particular amount was there with the company for a certain period of time, and after the date of maturity the application is being given by the investor to the company again renewal for that said amount for 2 years, and accordingly the company secretary is acknowledging that particular receipt. Along with the application, we have also received the original fixed deposit receipt number 4625, and the same has been placed before the board of further consideration and approval. So he has received along with the application, he has also got the original fixed deposit receipt, and the same has been placed in the board of director for its approval. The board of director, by passing a resolution at the board meeting held on 17th March 2019, has decided to renew the deposit, and he is instructing the investors accordingly that on 17th of March board of director has passed a resolution to this effect, and the decision has been taken regarding the renewal of deposit for the further period of 2 years on the same terms and condition and with the same interest. A deposit receipt number 5925 is enclosed herewith. So the original, that the previous fixed deposit receipt was been cancelled and the new deposit receipt is been issued, and the deposit receipt is 5925 is enclosed with this letter thanking you. So at the bottom of this particular letter you will find the enclosure of fixed deposit receipt number, that is 5925. And the last one through which the company secretary have to write the letter is repayment of deposit. So at the time of maturity, after 2 years or after 3 years, when the amount is due, the company have to repay the amount to the investor back. Let us start with the subject part, that is the payment of fixed deposit. Dear sir, this is to inform you that your fixed deposit receipt number 5925 dated on 1st of December 2017 for 1 lakh will be due for the repayment on 38th of November 2019. So before the we can say before the due date happened, the company secretary need to write a letter to the investor making sure that your amount is due on deposit related to the investment that is done in the company. We have received from your original deposit receipt 5925 duly discharged along with your instruction for repayment. So here the company secretary is writing that he has got the original deposit receipt that was number 25925 along with the instruction for repayment of deposit. The board of directors in the meeting held on 12th of November 2019 has passed a resolution for redemption of deposit. The board of directors have passed a resolution along with the resolution number, okay, that is not dated over here, but resolution number is there for the repayment of deposit, and the entire data related to the deposit and repayment of deposit is been given over here. The first one, 10 year of deposit that was done in the company was 2 year. Fixed deposit number, receipt number has been mentioned over here, 5925. Amount of deposit was 1 lakh rupees. Rate of interest was 10%, 20,000, because it has been multiplied for 2 years. So for 1 year 10% is 1 lakh and 10,000, and for 2 years that comes to rupees 20,000. So the amount of maturity is 1 lakh plus 20,000 is equal to 120,000, 1 lakh 20,000. TDS that has been applicable is 2,000 rupees. That need to be deducted from the total amount of maturity. So 1 lakh 18,000 is the net amount, and due date of deposit is 30 November 2019. Please find the enclosed year cross-checked of 1,18,000 bearing number 426205. So cross-checked has been issued by the company along with this letter. It has been enclosed. The check number 426025 is dated on 38th of November 2019, drawn on the Bank of Maharashtra, Shivaji Nagar, Pune, 411005. So this is what the detailed information related to the check has been mentioned over here. Thanking you. Yours faithfully, Dhara Oil Limited, signed by the company secretary. And at the bottom of this particular letter, the cross check has been enclosed. Check number is 426025. So accordingly the data has been mentioned over here, and this is what you all have to learn. So all the 4 letters that we did, that was important, and the letter related to the we can say interest warrant, that is very important. You should do that. TCS थोड़ा बाद में करेंगे तो भी चलेगा, but first letter, the second one में interest warrant letter, third one में renew of deposit, and last one repayment of deposit. These 4 letters should be done by you all. So this is what our chapter related to the investment of deposit. Here the summary has been written. If you go through the summary, you will know the all. You can understand the chapter in a better manner. Thank you.